Hey everybody. Holy crap, I just saw something on Twitter that's making my head spin. There are adult Happy Meals. How am I just seeing this? Also, welcome everybody. Hey Eddie No Chong. Hey Pedro Vitor. Hey Universum. Hey Link's Pokemon. Hey Computerin. Howdy, bricks everywhere. Hey Amion. Hey, welcome. File on in here. Oh no. A golem somehow didn't spawn inside the... How did that happen? Fucking golems. Get in there, golem. Or no, actually. Okay, this is dangerous as hell. But I live dangerously. Oh shit. Got him! Okay, phew. Hopefully that doesn't make them all hate me for killing their golem or whatever. But yeah, hey, Super Duper, how are you? It's gonna be good? It shouldn't be too bad. So what I intended to do today was to devise, since we've got all of this down here now, and I can't believe it's grown so large. Just take a step back and soak it all in, am I right? Man, haven't had McDonald's in 5 years. Yeah, I haven't eaten at McDonald's seriously in a long time, but when I saw this adult Happy Meal bullshit, I was just like, what? What is our society becoming? If you told me an adult Happy Meal would be a thing, I don't know if I could believe you. It's just wild, isn't it? People are fucking crazy. And the fact that they're selling for such high prices, this is just wild. Have a great video idea for me. Watched your live stream the other day. Okay, let's hear it, Gladbag. What you got? Anyway, just joined from another stream. Adult Happy Meals sound awesome. I mean, I don't know. I feel like the point of a Happy Meal is for... It's not the same when you're an adult. At least I feel like that. I can't in good conscience take that, you know? It sounds so silly. Like, I can't put my finger on why, it's dumb. It gives me a feeling of people who've, like, abandoned the idea of becoming an adult. Or of embracing being an adult simply because it's too hard. And yeah, to a lot of them, it's certainly not easy, and that's really kind of a bed of their own making in many ways. But like, I don't know, it just rubs me the wrong way when I think about it too hard. I just go like, what on earth is wrong with people? Like, it's not the sort of thing I would willingly get. If I were dying or starving, you know, fair enough. But like, it's just weird. It's just weird. Frank with Cake Griefing Division. Okay. No idea what you're talking about, Eddie, but okay. Now, should you post your Little Caesars in the foods board? Yeah, post the Little Caesars there. I don't care. Okay, so we got all this here. Okay, so today I wanted to make a profile for the side portion here. The sides may be, because this is a hexagon shape, the sides may be a different sort of profile than the center portion here. And then obviously I'm going to meet it up there. Okay, where's the center? Like that. Okay. And then... Okay, so I need to know what Y level that's at. This is 134, okay. So that I know how high to pillar up before it becomes the next floor. And so we're at 127. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 3. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that should work. This is just a good sort of like scaffolding material. Okay, we're at 134. All right. Okay, and then yeah, we can have a little catwalk thing going off that way and that way that sort of meets up with the wall or is embedded in the wall. Hey, Frank Nefcent. Base is missing Jake the Snake Tech statue. Oh, yeah, what you're making is missing the Jake the Snake statue. You're griefing Kizzy. Who is Kizzy? I don't know. Anyway, the point of the Happy Meal was that it was for kids. Exactly, Forza. Exactly. Oh well. Build and Griefer revisit historic bases. Me and Jared. I mean, it could work. I don't know. Like historic bases, so it would have to be like things Jared has griefed. Things that I was basing at and that Jared griefed. That's the vibe that I'm getting from your request. Is that about right? I mean, it's not a bad idea, Glabag. Shit. Okay. I just realized I goofed. Just a bit in my pattern. Okay. Yeah, there we go. That's better. So there's an internal area of 2, of 2, of 2. Okay. And so up there is the layer up above us. Jared could be spaced about 200. What? Okay. Scaffolding material. Well, it's not so much scaffolding as it is like almost like modeling clay. I'm just going to be making it as sort of like a side design, basically. So we're at the floor here. Yeah, 134 to 134 should be. Yeah, 134 is beneath it. So we're at the floor level there. And so now I just need to go out to match where the sea lanterns are. And that is 1137. Okay. And so from there, I can make a proper wall going up. Okay, so where would that block... There it is. Okay. So we got a decent amount of distance to make up for ourselves here. There we go. Okay, so 1137. 39, 1138, 1137. Okay, cool. So we're now in line with these sea lanterns here and here, and this will be the wall going up. I'll probably not go outward too far, I don't think. I'll probably cut inward as well. I don't know, I've got a lot of space and a lot of options available to me. I want to retrieve that block, just because I'm compulsive that way. I've got it. If a block falls, I've got to go get it. Like a fucking dog. I have to go play fetch. Just a video of me and him discussing the land's grief. Ah, okay. Now that's actually yeah, we could do that. That's a great idea, actually. Yeah, just got a Galaxy S22. Okay. How are you liking that phone so far, Lynx? And yes, I noticed you, just like you wanted. Okay, so, first things first, I want to sort of make indents along the walls. I gotta go all the way up to there and see where the next floor ends. So the next floor ends like right there. Oh shit. Okay, at 171. That's easy enough to do. So from 171 up to, we get to the floor below it. There we go. Okay, so that's 140. 2. Okay. So right there. Okay, so 134 to 171 is the distance of this particular floor. So that's only 37. So that's an odd number. Good. So I've got an odd number to work with. So maybe something to the effect of every 3 blocks, maybe? What about 6? No. 3 blocks. That could work. I'll put a little thing here. So every 3 blocks. 2, 3, and then go in some arbitrary amount. So let's go in like 6 blocks, and then have it be like this. And then I could have like a row of sea lanterns on this back wall here. And then have it be every 3. Something like this. So yeah. Jack core with hard. Well, I'm not that hard. Anyway, yeah, I could do right click to place TNT, then you can build. Yeah. Oh, hey, Crowbar. Just built the clock tower and chose the palette. Joseph Cocoa Fruit. Who is oh, you mean Joey Coconut? It took me a hot second. I can't believe it took me as long. Yeah, according to Joey, Jared did very little at Whitehaven. Yeah, that's true. Crowbar here definitely just like absorbed the entire project into himself, and it became something amazing. So I just kind of want to fold it almost like in an accordion shape. Whoops. All the way up to 171, was it? Okay, yeah. And this will only be for the, okay, west-east walls. So that wall and this wall. These sections here, because I'm ultimately following the shape of the hexagon beneath. You can't really see the hexagon from here, but just know that this entire bottom shape here is hexagon all the way around. So I'm following it on that side. So these sides on these opposite, basically the northern and southern sides, are angled. And so I'm going to have to like adapt what I do on that edge. So for east-west, it's going to have to be, you know, this way. Second video, Jack explains the origin of imps. Ooh, I could do that. Yeah, imps. Well, a lot of imps came from the back door that Pyro and Tristan had in 2013. They have the hex code on the anvils thing, which everybody's pretty well heard about by now. I do remember XCC2 mentioned that he made a bunch of stuff, and that's how I got a bunch of imps, or the usage of a bunch of imps, from XCC2. It was purely because he made a little island stash. Where are we at? 171, okay. Perfect. So yeah, he made a little island stash far away, and nobody knew about it. And that's what allowed him to basically make those imps. And in, what was it, mid-2015, the plugin that would govern that just sort of malfunctioned out of nowhere. And as a result, people could just abuse the hell out of imps and things of that nature. And it led to one of the most crazy builds, Space Valk 1. It led to another really crazy build, Wrath Outpost. Like, that one illegal items plugin malfunction, however it went down, whether it was intentional or accidental, I couldn't say. But yeah, that one malfunction gave birth to some of the most famous landmarks on all of 2B2T. Wrath Outpost is still bombarded by bullshit to this day. And Space Valk, of course, lives in everybody's memories. Okay, I need a stick. I guess. Stick Where's his stick? Oh, I remember where I have him. First, let me sleep. I don't want to be dogged by phantoms while I'm doing this. Yeah, but the average viewer doesn't know about the history of what they were used to build. Oh, okay. A video on that would be fire. You're right. Okay. Well, that's my next idea, Gladbag. Thank you. Imps and the insanity they brought. It's really a shame we didn't get to use imps as long as... Oh, as long as I would have liked. Damn it, I fell. I will get up there, I promise. There we go. So yeah, it's very interesting. When is the next How to Build Space Valk short? Saturday morning, probably. I just, I haven't shot it yet. I took off today. I was doing some other things, other projects. So I just decided to not worry about it. Okay. Now, I could just make this wall meet up with this, and then I'd have a big gap right here. So just imagine in your mind that I extrapolate this shape and copy it over to this side, so that this entire wall from... Oh, whoops. Oh my god, you can click from a distance. Okay, that is scary. Wow. So that's the power of Lightmatica. Interesting. Okay, now then. So yeah, basically, I copy it from here over to there, and this entire wall is this shape. And so as it extends out this way, there's going to be a bit of a gap on this floor from this rounded edge to this corner as it meets up. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to deal with that. Now, I don't think any parts of this circle go beyond the edge of the... it might actually. Yeah, it might actually go beyond the edge of the hexagon. Yeah, it definitely goes beyond the edge of the hexagon down there. Never mind. Okay, well, I might have to somehow round off this edge so that it meets with the wall of the hexagon. I wanted to maintain the shape of the wall, of the base, just because it's... I like the look of a hexagon. It's different. Most people don't think of it that way. Jack, Jared for Space Valk 3 build episode 200. No, it'll be fit, probably. I couldn't tell you if it's... You know. Okay. Now then. Alright, so... Okay, let me... this is where I twisted the other thing. Okay, so we don't need this, so we can just remove that. Unload. Corner bend, I can get rid of this. No. Okay. Area editor? Yeah, here we are. Wall design? Something like that. And then set. Okay. Save schematic. Wall design. Cool. Okay. And then I just need to find the opposite side, which will not be difficult. I should invite Jared to build with me, especially if you said it makes him depressed. No one will build with him. Oh man, that is depressing. As for Jared, I don't know. I wouldn't like, because this is single player. I can't just, you know, he can't just come on here. Like, it doesn't work that way. Successfully loaded. Okay. Create placement. Area editor. Move to player. Oh wait, no. What was it? Wall design, placement modifications. Okay, how do I put this on here again? Wall design. Load. Material list wasn't anything that amazing. Oh yeah, I can remove the raid farm just because it's not. Save file, reload, create placement. That's odd. Why is this not config menu? No. Oh my god. Place schematic. Remove. I'm not very good at how to do this. Oh god. Remove. I don't need all these. Need to stop doing that. Okay. Save to file. No. Okay, so that's just to make a new one. Load a schematic. Oh, okay, it's way over there. God, that's difficult to see. Okay, let me area editor. Can't switch because there's no area selected. Damn. Corner mode, manual. Okay, move to player. Corner 2. Move to player. Origin, move to player. There we go. No, that still didn't put it where I wanted. Fuck. How do I do this? I hate this shit. Edit schematic. Area selector. Schematic placement. Jack, please don't get stuck on blocks while trying to use Lightmatica. No, I'm not. Don't worry. What am I using to build that? Because you need to layout of your single player and multiplayer. I'm not very good at Lightmatica, so I'm really not sure what the hell I'm doing. Wall design, set preview. No screenshot key to set preview. Or click the, okay, I don't care about that. Area editor, your selection browser, normal. Image preview. Not quite what I wanted. Area selection. Still won't give me the ability. Edit schematic. Oh my god, why is this? Okay, thank you, Eddie. Load schematic, change mode. Load schematic, where is change mode? Wall design. Oh, that's what it looks like. Oh, that's the preview, I see it. Corner bend. Okay, Load schematic, change mode to schematic placement. Fuck. Change mode to schematic placement. Where? I never fucking remember this. Okay. Loaded in memory. It's still over there. Right click on block that you want to place the hologram. What the? I'm not doing it right, I know. Go to load schematics. Change mode placement. How do I change mode placement? I don't see the button. It's not this, right? Create a placement. Fucking hell. I feel like this interface could be made a little bit more user-friendly. Area selection, schematic placement. That's where it is. Task manager, schematic manager. Set preview. No, I didn't want to set the preview. Export as schematic, delete. We can delete this. Wall design, export it as, set a preview, rename it. I'm sorry, I hate this. Current selection mode normal, no area is currently selected. Ah. Want to place a hologram and build? Yes, layer by layer. Yes, that is exactly what I want, Eddie. I'm just not certain. I could do it, but I did it, when was that, last time or something? But now, it just isn't, I'm just not sure how to fucking do it. Load schematic. Okay. Check the schematic placement button. Schematic placement. Schematic placement button. Placement on. Okay, configure it. Is this... Oh, motherfucker. This is the screen I was looking for. Move to player. No, it still didn't do it. I need it to be right on top of me. Figure. There we go. Finally. Menus within menus within menus. And why on earth? Oh, because that was the first point I clicked. No wonder. Oh, God. Okay, I'll just reset it and destroy it and make a new one. I'm sure this is very easy once you have everything set up. But like, there is a barrier to entry to this. Oh, it's moving the origin. I see. Selection browser, no. Normal. That's odd. Mode corners. It's not selecting it now. Config menu. What's this? Modify it. Unload. Wall design. Shit, where did I go to delete it? Ah, delete that, okay. So now we don't have to worry about that. Schematic placements, no. Area editor. Oh! Herder. Okay. There we go. Okay, that just might do it. Okay. Now, this area editor, wall design, save as schematic. There we go. Fly back over to the other side. Oh, fuck. There. Can't hold a stick in your hand and try to cycle to something else. Okay, and then the editor, I went back to origin. Let me make sure I'm centered. Edit. Selection. Okay. No. Load schematic. Wall design, load. Schematic placement. Oh, okay, so that's actually in the way. Cool. Perfect. Oh, but it's backwards. Okay, what was the way to, like, rotate it around? No. Schematic placements, configure. Rotate. I think 180 should do it. Okay. Perfect. Phew. Okay, I know I'm not the best at that, but like... Oh my god, that was so much trouble. I'm so sorry, everybody. Anyway. So yes, in Gabe Newell mod, if you beat the game, he'll give you a sneak peek of Half-Life 3. Yeah, I'm sure. Not sure what that has to do with anything, Link, but sure, whatever. Now then, okay. So, you're not familiar with normal mode selection? It's okay, I managed to figure it out. I knew if I got to play around with it, it would have been... Look at your cat and pets, Amion? Alright. I knew if I could play around with it, I would be able to figure it out, basically. And yeah, it's just not intuitive in the slightest. Lightmatica could do with a bit of a redesign on that front. But then again, it's probably not for, you know, ease of access. It seems like one of those tools that you are either the target audience of or you're not, and if you're not, you won't have as much fun using it. Oh well. At any rate, look at your cat. Yeah, I will. Trying to build a hand, and it's pretty challenging. Oh yeah, what, for a hand for a statue or something? Yeah, I can imagine that would be a bit of a pain. Okay. Now, I've got the profile of the two sides going up to the next floor basically finished. Now I just need to assign a block palette. This deep slate is not going to stay here. This is just for looks, just to give you the general shape of what it will be. Okay, cool. Now I can remove. Unload. Where did it go? Loaded schematics? No. Shit. Where delete? Schematic manager. There we are. There we go. Like, in all honesty, a bunch of these buttons could maybe be simplified or something, or actually a hover tooltip would be a really good idea. Oh well, whatever. Alright, I'm done with that. Now then, we've got a good sort of side view. I kind of want to look at it from over here. Ow, my fingers. Just to sort of give it a... look back at it from the sides. This feels... There we go. Let's get that off of the screen. Oh, damn it. That's still... area editor. Manual origin, corners, mode simple. Okay, whatever. That works. That gets it out of the way. Okay, well, I actually kind of learned a fair bit about how Schematica handles everything. Anyway, so this is the shape of the walls. Will be maybe not necessarily going all the way up to the top, but like... We'll need to be making another schematic of the next floor here shortly. Let's look at the Citadel concept art, or did I get rid of that? Ooh, I may have gotten rid of that. Yeah, I think... Oh, wait, no, that's Space Falcon 3 concept art. No, that's the wrong thing. I don't need that anymore anyway. Let's move that. Audio output. Don't even know why I have this. Browser 2 is just that. Image. There we go. I knew I had the Citadel concept art somewhere. Okay, so basically, the Citadel doesn't really have, like, a ton of uniformity. It's got little bits and bobs that stick out, as you can see. And I kind of want to capture that feel, which is why you've got those ridges there. But on this next floor, I kind of want to make like a ledge, or I don't know, what would be a good way to describe it? Some form of protrusion, like these fins that are on the side, although I'm probably going to build those on the angles. But there are like very large structures that jut out from the sides, basically. Something like that. So as a result, I kind of want to capture that on the next floor, or make something very similar to it on the next floor. How did I get that information? What now? Looks like actual CAD was used to make that. No, I didn't make that. That was something I got from the Half-Life Wiki. I didn't touch that. I just downloaded it and put it into OBS so that I can look at it as reference as needed. Okay. Now, is this 171? Is this exactly the same? Is that 171? Yeah, that's 171. Okay. So that meets up with that. Good. Good, good. Chains. Yeah. Yeah, we can definitely make use of chains, Poncho Hamster. I almost called you Poncho Hampshire. Yeah, we can definitely make use of chains. I definitely want to do that at some point. Looks like Autodesk Inventor or SolidWorks. I've no idea where that thing was made. I couldn't tell you. Scroll up to see video idea 3 and 4. They're fire. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I was too busy paying attention to the dumbass Lightmatica bullshit to get it to work. Perfect. Okay, that matches up wonderfully. Okay, sorry for ignoring your glad bag. Let me see what you had to say. Okay, video idea 3, how to build a base 2B2T for dummies by Jack. Just explaining little building techniques and how to choose a good spot. How to make it hard to locate. Well, the problem is there's only one effective means of making a base hard to find, rather. Making a base and making it look good, that's just, you know, there are a bajillion differing ways and philosophies to do that. So that's really not special. But making a base on 2B2T and making it hidden, that actually has already been, that's a solved science, unfortunately, so there's really no deviating from it. If you want to make a base on 2B2T and make it unfindable, you basically have to bob and weave through the nether and the overworld over and over and over, and you have to cover up your tracks through like multiple suicides to make sure your nether portal, there's no direct line from the overworld to your nether portal and vice versa. And then you have to like double back at multiple points and then go through differing patches of nether. And basically you can't ever go in a straight line. It's in one dimension for too long. Don't ever thinking you'll accept it will be gone one day. Well, yeah, you can do it that way, but like, it's understandable, Keezer, for people to want to have some form of safety and security for making a base. Because if you know it's going to be destroyed in 3 weeks' time or 4 weeks' time, that makes it infinitely more annoying to try and actually make a base. You lose your incentive, your motivation for even bothering if you don't have a little bit of peace of mind. Yeah, it will probably be found in grief one day. But you want that one day to be 10, 15, 20 months away from when you initially build your base. You don't want that to be a next week or the week after kind of thing. You want a little bit of peace of mind. If you log out and life hits you hard and you stop playing for a good 6 months, 2 years, whatever, you kind of want to be able to come back and go, oh my god, my base is still here. And there's just like, there isn't a better feeling than knowing that you have hidden your base remarkably well. Especially in the age of chunk trailing, there's basically only one solid way of making your base unchunk findable. And you can really only do it in the overworld or in the nether. Yeah, exactly, Universe, and you do that, but like 20 times. And if you do it right, you're basically unfindable. Of course, that won't stop, you know, really hyper-specific exploits like no-com, tell at A, oh shit, things that nobody could have predicted or figured out until they'd already happened. Those types of things will catch you with your pants down, but everything else, yeah, you pretty well got a chance. You just dig holes, I understand. But yeah, everything else you pretty well got a chance at remaining partially okay. For a time. Not forever, but for a time. You know, 2 to 3 years is a good, reasonable chunk of time to want a base to last for. Because after 2 to 3 years' time, you can really make something amazing. You can build on the hell. Just 6 months alone is enough to really make some awesome stuff. Like all of Space Valk 1 and 2 was done in about 6 months' time. At the third site, I built Space Valk 3's copy at the third site over the course of 6 months. I mean, I had already built the original at the second site, but like, yeah, 6 months is often enough. You don't really need that much time, but like, you do want a buffer of time so that you don't feel like you've wasted your time making that base, so that when it inevitably goes up in flames, you're kind of okay. You know what I mean? Bro, what player wouldn't want tips from the most famous builder? Exactly. If you want, it's not a bad idea to want, you know, pointers, ideas. That's it. You're thinking glad bag. You're thinking good. More people should think, you know? Normal players don't know that. Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. There are a lot of people who don't know that. Okay, so for this particular side, I'm thinking of just every so often maybe making it, actually I might need to make these larger. This is all going to be flat wall, by the way, so you won't be able to walk around on this. But having these parts jut out, and then maybe beacons hanging down from chains out on the sides. I don't know. And then have additional embankments of this. Although you can't really see it too well from over here. Let me go sleep so that it is no longer night. Or, well, actually, I need to go and get Creeper. Or wait, how much crap do I have in my... Oh man, next to nothing. Yeah, my fireworks are diminished. Yeah, I've been neglecting my gunpowder collecting. I still don't have a mob farm, even though I could totally make one by now. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to bite the bullet and go get a bunch of creeper gunpowder from creepers. I don't have a choice. I need to be able to fly. But yeah, that's kind of the profile I wanted to follow. Hi. Howdy. Welcome. Nope. Owie. Give me that. That's my gunpowder. Fuck out of here. Also, damn, do you have a power bow? Quit hitting me. Now then. 8 pieces of the powdery gun. That's not too bad. There's another creeper. Aw, man. Creeper. Aw, man. Number 4 is something that most fans don't even know about. What was number 4? How to build or how to hide? Like, building bases is fine. I mean, I'm already doing that in the shorts format, so like... And then obviously you can watch these streams and stuff. Space Valk build streams and so on. So like, in terms of getting good stuff, you know, there are a plethora of resources that you could easily find if you're willing to look. But as for hiding your base, like I said, there's really only the one way, and that's it. And that is to bob and weave through dimensions. I could make a video on it, obviously. And I'm not averse to doing that, just that... I feel like it's something you... Okay, maybe you don't already know it, but like... It's not going to be a long video. Because the concept is not terribly difficult once you understand the concept itself. So it would really just be me bobbing and weaving through multiple dimensions for, I don't know, 20 minutes. Like, that cannot be terribly riveting. But I'll try it. I'll try it, Glad back. God damn it. Another one. Because, when I actually, funny enough, I didn't even invent this method. Sal C1 came up with the method, and Sal made a video on it, funny enough. So, like, oh, fuck, oh, god damn it. Fucker dodged me to the left. Did you see that? Anyway. But yeah, SalC1 made a video many years ago on exactly that, how to hide your base, you know, theory. It was very, like, awesome, and it made a lot of sense. But, okay, well, I'm clearly not finding anything over here. But, like, at a certain point, you know, you can't realistically expand upon... You can't reinvent the wheel, is what I'm saying. And I feel like other than spreading awareness, that's really all I'd be doing. Ooh, arrow, I need arrows. So, I mean, honestly, SalC1 has a great video on that subject if you're really, like, direly curious. Keezer, or not, Gladbag. If you really want to know how to hide your base, something like that, that's about your only option, and that only works in the overworld. So I don't know. Out of 3 people doesn't know where the other 2 people are there. What? Apparently, then a picture of Jeff the Killer is a picture of Pop Bob. What the fuck? No, it isn't. Crazy clickbait. Yeah, I suppose I could make crazy clickbait or whatever, but I would feel dirty doing that. There we go, 3 pieces. Oh, skeletons. I'm so tired of skeletons. Scat skeleton. Okay, so there was a big open cave area on the opposite side here, so I should be able to get some decent amount of gunpowder. Oh man, I feel like Aladdin in the Cave of Wonders, dodging around rocks and bobbing and weaving. But anyway, number 4 is how to find a dupe on 2B2T when you dupe with Czar. How we do it. How to find dupes, like, that's not a question I can answer. I'm not, like, good at finding dupes. Czar found that dupe first, and I just kind of experimented with what we already knew. So, like, I guess the only way I could reasonably answer your question is just, if you're looking for a duplication of some glitch of some kind, you kind of have to you have to investigate unexplained phenomenon that potentially can yield some form of duplication. As to what exactly that can be, like, fuck, power bows. They seem to do more damage than anything, or power bows. Yeah, you basically have to already know enough about how Minecraft works, as well as have some form of already known unexplainable phenomenon, and basically just hone in on an idea that doesn't make sense and that you could theoretically manipulate into duplicating either item entities, the data held within a container, something like that. That's like your best bet. Apart from that, you're really not going to get anything for a very long time, you kind of have to already know of said unexplained phenomenon. And especially in 1.12, everything has been very heavily investigated. Because, 1.12 has lasted. And this is something me and Jared mentioned when I talked to him in person the last time I did. Well, not in person, but when I talked to him on Discord. And he mentioned that 1.12, the server has been on 1.12 for more than half of its lifetime. And that blew me away, by the way, when I learned that the server has been on 1.12 for half its lifetime. That was just like, what the fuck? What the fuck? How is that legal? Why is that allowed? A little love tap. A little love tap for my creeper bro. So I don't know. If 1.19 ends up coming to pass and shit gets updated and all that, you will have at least a few more options because there are newer game mechanics in the later versions, and you've got lots and lots of unexplained phenomenon that are potentially able to crop up. File data structures changed, so you could reasonably come up with unexplained stuff, crazy stuff, things of that nature. But finding a dupe is very, very, very RNG. It's like some of these RPG games, these MMOs that have crazy good weapons with absurdly low drop rates. You honestly have a better chance of finding notch apples in a dungeon or in a nether fort than finding a dupe of some kind. Because it's just not practical. Finding dupes heavily relies on you already knowing of an intimate level of knowledge, or an extremely intimate level of knowledge with the game. Fuck off, zombies. You have to have almost encyclopedic understanding of how the code functions. And that's a lot easier to do in a later version than it is in an older version. Oh. Knew he was gonna explode. Hua. Ha. Hua. Dodge. Dodge. Duck. Dive. Die. And dodge. The 7 Ds of dodgeball. Dip. Duck. Dive and dodge. Wait a minute, did he say dodge twice? That never ceases to amuse me, that line from that movie. Makes sense? Yeah, it's true for most exploits, exactly. You have that right. That is basically how all exploits work when you get right down to it. If you've got an intimate encyclopedic level of knowledge already, and you come across something that does not make sense but is subtle, and let's face it, there are almost no exploits that are not, to some degree, subtle. Like, for example, when we, well, I don't know, actually, no, that's a bad example. My bad. I was about to use the 1.12 stack dupe when the crafting book was first implemented. But, like, that's something everybody knew right away, and I'm not shocked at all that that was a very half-baked, very buggy, poorly implemented feature. A good one, but needed a lot of tweaking. There we go. Zombie, please. Okay. I thought for sure I'd looked at that Enderman dead on. To the point where I was too distracted looking at the Enderman to notice I wasn't hitting the creeper. Phew, okay. Alright, I think I got enough. Oh, wow. Holy crap. That's so cool how the shaders streak down like this. Reverse engineers have already done all the work. You just have to find places of logical screw-ups. More or less. Your best bet is always to track down people who have some sort of understanding. Because, you know, more than one head, or two heads are better than one, as they say. You will have better results if you end up getting people on your side who have that understanding of the code that gives them a deeper impression of how and why things work. Basically, people who make their own clients. Those are your best bet. Yeah, look at that Mooney. I know, it's so good. But anyway, people who make their own clients are often your best bet for this sort of thing, because they've got to have the ability to even make a client, you need that encyclopedic knowledge of the code and how to best make use of it. As a result, you're looking at, basically, your best bet is to have an in or become one of the code developers on, you know, Meteor or Future or whatever. Just be like those people, basically. And that's really all I can say on that one. Can I use this as a measuring tape? Aha! I can use this as measuring tape. Hell yeah! Alright, that is a useful tool. Okay. So it's 39 on that side. It should be 39 on this side. Alright, measuring tape discovered. Reaching 60. Oh, I see where I've screwed up. 39 plus 60 is 99. Okay, this is not the center. This is the center of the circle. But the center of the circle is focused on the stronghold, or rather where the beacon beams are, which is runs through the end portal. The center of the hexagon is where I ought to be looking. So actually, the center of the hexagon is where I want to focus this structure here. This can stay, because this is going to run all the length of this wall. So this part doesn't matter. But this little protrusion here, I want these spaced out in a meaningful, logical way. Step 1, implement malware into the source code. Wow, that's going a bit much. MS Paint moment. No, I did not use MS Paint to find the center of where to start placing these blocks at the beginning of the stream. Where did I start placing blocks at the beginning of the stream? Right here in the dead center of the circle, which is visually distinct. I can tell right away this is the dead center of the circle. But I built the circle focused on the stronghold. Or the end portal, I should say. But I did not build the circle focused on the center of the hexagon. That would be over here. And actually, come to think of it, is this an odd number? It should be. It better be. I'm pretty sure it is. I do kind of remember saying it would be an odd number. Mistakes and projects. Lightmatica issue? Well, no, it's not really a Lightmatica issue. It was a me issue. Yeah, 116. So no, actually, there isn't an even singular, or there isn't a distinct middle block between these two. This section is 116 blocks long, so it's an even number. So that means there's no one central block that I can place this on. I can't place those protrusions on a central block. So I've got to be a little more clever, which is easy to skirt around. Okay, so 116. So what's half of 116? That's what? 58? 49? 55? 58. Right here. So this is the dead center of the hexagon. It would be between these two blocks right there. So this line where the two faces meet, that is the dead center of the hexagon going this direction. So that would be what? East-west? Yeah, east-west. So going east-west, this is half of this is the north, the other half is the south. Yeah, that's south. Okay. All right. Okay, well that's not like the end of the world or anything. I can make that work. I just needed to know ahead of time that that's where I was. And now that I know that's where I am, I can go to where I want to be. Okay. So this is the dead center again, so I'm going to mark these here. Okay. And then I can just go on from there and put the same number of things on this side. Okay. Yeah, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So all I need is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the total number of protrusions on both sides of this middle will be exactly the same. Problem solved. So no, Lightmatica helped me avoid a problem, Poncho. And yes, a measuring tape is extremely... Honestly, in any form of building or crafting, both in real life and in Minecraft, if you're going to do anything on a sort of symmetrical scale, especially at larger scales, you need to measure twice, cut once. In other words, you have to have, you know, very precise precision, and a measuring tape is like the measuring tape is the key to the door to the world. If you don't have a measuring tape, what are you doing? Nothing you do will ever work out. You're gonna always be off. So yeah, no, I'm very glad I figured out this was also a measuring tape, because I fucking needed it. I've been okay by just counting blocks, and that's fine. You can get away with just counting blocks as long as you're meticulous. But sometimes we humans aren't so meticulous. Oh hey, Chiranth. Hola. So yeah, it's very useful. Since I'm using Lightmatica now, what's my recommendation for those who despise Lightmatica? You have no other option because there's nothing for the latter versions of Minecraft. Schematica is dead. There are no alternatives. So, I don't like how Lightmatica is a little not, you know, it's a little clunky looking. It'll probably get easier as I use it. But just on the surface of it, no. You got Lightmatica and that's it. I'm going to make an additional one on both sides here. Sorry, them's the breaks. Sorry, Sans Undertale moment. What the fuck? What does that even mean? Oh. Well, I needed to fall down here anyway. Okay. Alright. Can confirm. Worked construction for a while using measure tape constantly. Exactly. Spice, you are exactly right. That is how it works. You're a fool if you don't use the tools on hand. The tools of the trade. Okay, so this is 37 blocks this way. And so we should have the exact same amount of difference this way. 37. All right. We can. Oh, it doesn't let me mouse out. Huh. That's weird. Okay. Well, you can see there next to dimension. It's 1 by 1 by 37. So there you go. XYZ. So yeah, I use the wand in World Edit when I'm building on Space Valk 3. I use that all the time as a measuring tape. It's really, really valuable. If you aren't doing that, what are you doing then? Use this to make everything faster? What is it? Lightmatica printer. Ah. Well, no, I don't need Lightmatica printer. That isn't... That's okay if you're doing stuff you've already made, but if you're making stuff, you know, fresh, then you probably don't need Lightmatica printer for that. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So here's something I can do. This is the exact center. This is 3. So every, 2 blocks? Or maybe every block, I can move this out 1 block. So make it a little bit longer. Sort of like this. And then just extend it out as it gets to the center. I think that's what I'll do. I like little details like that. And I'll do the same on the opposite side, of course. So this will go out 1 extra. Just like that. Life without measuring tape is like a map without a consistency scale, yeah. You need a way to orient yourself in what you're doing and how you're doing it. So yeah, I'm very happy Lightmatica works that way. I can appreciate even though that may not be how they intended for it to be used, I can appreciate that this thing being used for region selection. Any sort of region selector can automatically double as a measuring tape. That's very, very valuable. Oh, and also, I got my fireworks, so now I meant to sleep. I'm probably getting close to the, to Phantom showing up. Maybe it's the way you dress? What? I appreciate that it works in survival. Yeah, it's like a measuring stick, exactly. Yeah. And it's all client-side, so there's no real, like, worries about anybody. Like, say, for example, if an admin banned the use of Lightmatica, they may not even know because you just got a stick in your hand. I don't know. Well, actually, they might know because why else would you have a stick in your hand? Clicking on everything with a stick is a little suspicious if you don't know. So, maybe that's a bad example. Okay, that works. Think about the little details, you know, the dressing things. Yeah. The dressing is always important. That's why I'm spending time on this outer protrusion that doesn't really have a function per se, but it looks good. And it's all in deep slate, so it's not even that amazing. It's just here because I need something to be here. It could be cobbled, it could be whatever. It's the little things, exactly, Ani. Its function is to activate neurons. I mean, I guess. I do really like how that looks, though, from above. And then flying at it from the side. I'm not going to leave it this material. I'm going to figure out what material to make it otherwise. Ooh, you could fly through that, now that I think about it. Okay. Also, I love the scaffolding here is like a sundial from way over there. That's such a cool effect. Oh. Okay. Let me cover this up so that I can't fall in there again. All right. Well, I'm kind of digging that. Now, so obviously I'll turn this left side to the same type as this on the right side so that it, you know, mirrors both left and right. And then above it, I want to kind of do another line. And God, that sun is so bright it's in my eyes. And then above that, I want to do another line. So I kind of want to do alternating versions of this all the way up until I hit the next floor level, basically. Oh, you gotta go? Okay, take care, Lynx. Sundials are cool, maybe. Oh. Hold on. Ooh, damn. That one hit me hard. Anyway, sundials are cool. Maybe make it a little sundial to the side. Maybe. I know someone made a working sundial on 2B2T a while ago. Was it Baron Dome? Or was Baron Dome just at the base? I do vaguely recall him being involved. Or he made a video on it, one of the two. And that it worked with the right shaders. Looked really awesome. Hadn't seen or heard anything about it since, though. So it's probably been destroyed or whatever, but, you know. I wouldn't be the first person to make a sundial at their base and it be 2B2T related or anything like that. But anyway. Who was it? Are they online? I don't remember who built it. I want to say Baron Dome made it. At the very least, he made the video. Just go check his channel. I don't know. I don't recall off the top of my head. It's been too many years. Sundial was a while ago. It was like 2019 or something, or 2018 when he made that video. And I just was like, oh, okay, that's neat. It was Baron Dome. Okay, I thought so, Keezer. I'm not the only one who thought that. I'm not going crazy. It's always nice to know when you're not going crazy. And it's nice to know when you are going crazy so that you can maybe get help. Okay. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Must resist urge to play fetch with block. Talking to Poncho, I see. Baron is cool. Oh, he privated all his vids. Oh man, what? When did he private his videos? Holy shit. I thought Baron Dome was like just quitting the YouTube 2B2T scene. I didn't expect him to just straight up vanish. I kind of liked Baron Dome. What? This channel has no videos. 100,000 or 92,000 subs, no videos. Huh. 977 followers. When you make a post on our Minecraft, suddenly you're trending. Huh. Shit. Well, guess that's it. Rip Baron Dome stuff. Damn, his stuff was pretty cool. I'm kind of sad. I didn't expect that to, I mean, I'm sure that's been a while ago now, but, like, I was not aware that he just up and deleted his, or privated, or whatever it is, videos. Thanos'd them. He Thanos'd them. That's what he did. Shit, man. That's the end of an era, basically. Quit a month or two ago. Ah, no wonder. Well, I hope all of his videos have been stored somewhere. I wouldn't want those to just evaporate into nothingness. What happened? Yeah, I know. It just kind of... Phew. Oh well, what can you do? When people decide to quit, you can't really help it. I hope I never have to. Okay, cool. So now we got this shape here. Let me see if I can't get up on top of this. Gotta get a running start. Yeah. Wah. Oh, almost made it. I jumped a little too early, I think. I can do the Mario triple jump. Wah. Hoo-hoo. No, shit. Well, fuck it. I'll just water bucket up. I didn't want to have to do that, but... sadly, life was just not on my side. Okay. I'm gonna make a few lines, a few rows like this so that I can see exactly how much space I have between these protrusions. I don't know if I want to make them all line up perfectly or if I want to make them, like, alternate. It's really hard to say. Pretty sure someone archived them as he wanted them, warned it pre-hand. Okay, good. Hey, Coverbell. Forget Chris Pratt should have been voiced by me. I don't know about that. I was only, like, marginally joking with the Mario shit. Although, if I had to voice Mario, I'd probably have done the stereotypical... I would have probably tried to do it like Charles Martinet. Because I grew up on Mario 64 and Mario Sunshine and all that. And so, that was, you know, the quintessential Mario Charles Martinet performances. And so it just kind of, you know... that's just permanently stuck in my head. I wouldn't know how to think of Mario otherwise. So for Chris Pratt, I do kind of feel bad for the guy because, like, he had to be his own thing, basically. Okay, so that's 7 blocks tall. Okay, that's easily replicated. But, yeah, I don't know. I feel bad for Chris Pratt because he's going to get shit no matter what he does. No matter how good his performance is, no matter anything. He is under a microscope of scrutiny just for agreeing to do Mario. And that ain't easy. Okay. Now, did I have it down there at the same level as... where this ended? Okay, so that's the where the Blackstone is? Yeah, okay. Alright, so I have it where the Blackstone ends. Whereas people were singing Jack Black's praises like he could do no wrong. And don't get me wrong, Jack Black is an amazing actor and will very likely do no wrong, but I don't know, I feel like you got people who will give Chris Pratt a fair shake, see how it all ends up, and then people are like, no, Chris Pratt is terrible, he was awful, why on earth was he chosen for Mario? And it's just like, oh, he's probably genuinely good. I mean, how many people do you think tried out for Mario? Unless they intentionally approached Chris Pratt first. Like, I can imagine they either had an initial pick or two, and that we kind of just had to go from there. It's either going to be Chris or Deadpool, thick Italian accent. When was the last time anyone talked to Judge Holden? That's a damn good question. Nobody can get in contact with him, and I've still not heard anything. I'm really kind of worried about Judge. But that said, I don't have a way to get a hold of him. So, I don't know. I hope he's okay. That's all I can say. Okay, so yeah, this is the same level as the Blackstone. Maybe I should start making Mario noises. Just for the lulz. Okay. So this is 40 blocks tall. That doesn't sound right. Oh, because it's from here to up there, which is 39, but it's including the bottom level. So I should actually maybe make that a 1 block taller. But yeah, it'll be something. I have faith Chris Pratt will be an awesome addition to the Mario cinematic universe, or whatever the fuck it is. Oh, you're watching Poltergeist, really, Stone? Yeah, it was a wicked scary movie when I was a kid too. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. Eight. Oh shit, that's 8 blocks inclusive. I messed up. There to there is 6. That's 7. So it should be 7 blocks inclusive. Inclusive meaning the blocks that you are measuring. So not a 7 block wide gap between the lines, but a 5 block wide gap. And if we include both of these, that's 8, so this needs to come down a little. Like that. Okay. Now what I would like them to do is to follow, if they're going to do a Mario something or another, they're going to make whatever Mario stories and movies, because obviously if this movie does even remotely well, they're going to make another one. Like, I can just tell you already, that's how this nasty world of ours works. If it did good the first time, you bet they're going to milk it and make more. But if that is the case, then they should do something awesome, like remake Super Mario RPG in movie format. Have that be the next movie they do. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me quickly put all these up. Your young mind, it's not real. Too young to know what was fake is on TV. Ah. What if I was one thing? What would I add? User? Oh god. The ability for stairs and slabs to go sideways. Sideways stairs and slabs would be amazing. And it would not be difficult to implement. It would open up a world of creativity, despite what Mojang said about all of that. And it would really, truly make the game more dynamic than it already is. And yeah, it needs to happen. But if not that, if for whatever reason sideways stairs and slabs are just off the table forever and ever and ever, then I would add, one thing I would add is universality to stairs and slabs. Meaning all materials, hands down, no exceptions, all block types and materials have a stair and a slab and a wall variant. So quartz walls, that's not a thing yet, but it should be a thing. Obsidian, glass, all of the stained glass variants, whatever, gold, iron, diamond, emerald, all of that shit would have a stair, slab, and wall variant. Everything. Mario 2 Electric Boogaloo, yeah. Well, I'm sure they'll make a second Mario movie. I can already smell it happening. Like, I can already tell that's gonna happen. I bet Fit talked and asked more a lot back in the day than he does now. Well, Fit really doesn't bother as much nowadays. I feel like Fit has very little to, like, go on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Part of that is that people won't give him the time of day. And the other is just, there isn't much to talk about. 2B2T is very dead now. Like, nobody really has, other than small events here and there, there's really nothing really going on. It's just how it is, I guess. But yes, I would love to see stairs and slab variants for everything in the game, every current block type, and sideways stairs and slabs. If Mojang would do those two things, the quality of Minecraft's designer, gameplay, all of that would shoot through the roof. We've already got so many amazing things. Surely it can't be that difficult to put that into practice. Like, there's just so much quality of life stuff. Little bits and things that they could do. I would love that. But yeah, there's also a good likelihood that there will be more Mario things, just because, like, yeah. So Jack, did Judge vanish right when the law passed? Or is that why you think it might be the reason? What law? What are you referring to, Ani? How old is my hardcore world? About a year and... About a year and a month. So about, what is that? 13 months old? Roughly? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, what law is this that passed, Ani? I'm not familiar with what you're referring to. Let plants grow sideways, yes. That'd be great, too. Give us directional beacon beams. That would be awesome. As well, your ability to beacon out an area. Like, you can either let the beacon be widely dispersed over a set area, or you can concentrate the beam into a horizontal laser that goes only so many, blocks, and everything within like a 5-block, 10-block radius of that laser is bathed in the beacon beam. That could be really cool. Haste potions, I would love that too. Canada declared medically assisted suicide. Ah, yes, that's right. That bill went into effect years ago, though. It was many, many years ago. That is not a new bill. I don't remember when that went into effect, but like it was recently being brought. Hey, MH, how are you? It was recently being brought up that was becoming a problem. But I don't think Judge was in a position where he would be like preyed upon. in that way. 3, 4, 5. Oh shit, I miscounted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh. Well, I can just put like a little doohickey up there of some kind. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he's okay or not. Nobody does. Doing great. I'm glad to hear it, man. Glad to hear it. I think he just dipped out for a bit. I think he did just because he has life to take care of. His real life has always been a bit of a problem. And he's always had a bit of trouble staying stable. And he's probably just working hard. Other than that, I do not know. Life has been in the way of you getting here. Desires there, at times not. Yeah, I understand, man. Juz used to play Sim PvP. Talked with him on there a couple years ago. Wow. That long ago. You might maybe try to track him down for a little bit. Yeah, okay. You can give him a shot or a shout out if you want. I can maybe try looking on Steam. See if he's been active there. No telling, though. Okay, so that does it for this particular... Damn it. Come on. There we go. That does it for this particular floor. I'm gonna alternate this this pattern down here. I'm gonna alternate that on this somewhere, and then I'll copy it all and do it on the other side too. But for this floor and the 2 floors above it, so these floors are going to be cavernous, absolutely huge. How much floor space do I have to work with? How many close calls have I had? Oh, a bunch. I've popped many totems, as you can likely imagine. I've come in too fast on landings on at least 3 separate occasions, and I've popped a totem, and it's scared the crap out of me, and it's scared like Poncho Hamster too. 116, okay. So... Oh, I should actually... Okay, I can kind of see the center point down there. 116 is... 58, was it? Yeah, right here. Yeah, 58 times 2 is 116. Yeah, okay, good. Okay, so I'm standing on the center point. I like knowing where my center line is. Okay, so what I was gonna do for this layer is, for this floor, I was gonna have sort of indented windows that go vertically the entire length of the floor, but are like V-shaped. So I wanted to know how many to put. Sad part is a V-shape would be what, 5 to 7 blocks long. So got from here to over here. Although actually, if I don't include this should be an odd number. Yeah, 57. Okay, that's an odd number. I can make use of that. I like me some odd numbers. So 57 is 1 plus 56 divided by 2, so that's 28. 27, 28. So right here. And then I can do the same on the other side. Jack, I'm going to play on the fan server today. Need information who tried to grief your base. Oh shit, I didn't know that, Poncho. Yeah, don't be afraid to ask me or tell me stuff if you had a fear like that or a close call. I've not known anything was wrong. So, like, tell me stuff like that. Don't be afraid to ping me. If there is, you know, threat or fear or danger, or if there actually has been a grief, I need to know. Okay, so this is 28, and the opposite side should also be 28. I will come on after stream and fix it. Or sleuth it, whichever. Whereas Andrew, he's on vacation. I didn't want to say that out loud for obvious reasons. But he's on vacation. You know, there are only 12 people here. Like, it's not a big deal. If you guys know, fine. But, just in general, it's not a good idea to advertise when people are away. So yeah, something like this. Ah, damn it. Just had to rain. Anyway. I have to get on the fan server. Frustrated that you don't have time to make that happen. That's okay, MH. You do your best, man. Someone griefed? Well, lots of people have griefed in the past, and it's easy to fix. We just need to know. So yeah, just don't be afraid to speak up if you know there are problems. 5. Okay, so we got another copy like that. Okay, so there are only 2. I don't want to do like 2 more on either side, so that would be what, 6 in total? It's gonna be an annoying, it's not gonna be like perfectly symmetrical. So I could do maybe, well, it will be centered at least. It won't be, yeah, it'll be centered, that's fine, good enough. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So right there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3. Okay. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in between. That'll work. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. There we go. Okay, 3 on this side. Same pattern, 3 on this side. No way it's the first time? No, it isn't. You put everything in screenshots. You weren't online when it occurred. Nobody knows who it was. Yeah, that's easy for me to figure out. So 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm sorry if somebody griefed you or stole or whatever they did, Poncho. We'll set it right. We'll fix their little red wagon. Anyway, sometimes on the Dynamap you can't stop admiring the legendary Sky Temple. Well, thank you. I'm happy that people still like it, and it hasn't really, like, its beauty hasn't faded with age. Because there are a lot of builds that I've made over the years that in the early days, that was about all I could do. And time has not been kind to it, because I know I've either improved, or blocks have improved, or techniques and tricks don't work anymore because they were bugs. Stuff like that. And so I know there are a lot of builds that time wouldn't be so kind to, but I'm happy that the Sky Temple of Autism has aged very well. It's not the sort of build that I can look on with shame or try to forget or wish that I'd never done because reasons. Crazy, it's been 10 years. Oh, I know it's... Well, it's not been 10 years. It's been 9 years. Interesting, but do I know who it was? I would say the Sky Temple was my best build at the lands. Oh, hands down. Sky Temple was like the only build that I genuinely look on proudly. That I made at the lands. Okay, so that's 247, and that was 247. Okay. As for, like, anything better, I don't know. I don't think there were any other... better builds. Aw. Fuck. Creeper. Spider. Well, this whole area is just going to be a mob spawning machine. But anyway, yes, so we'll get it sorted. Hello, Hearsay here. How did I find 2BGT and what made me stay? Way back in the day, I was very bored with single player. I had been in single player for about a year by that point. When multiplayer first started, I went on to V. I guess I should actually go back to how I found Minecraft at all. I started playing Minecraft in early 2010. I found through the video games board. It was just sort of posted on the video games board on 4chan, and everybody sang its praises. Minecraft was, you know, revolutionary. It was different. People loved it. And of course, I glommed onto it right away too. And for the first year and a half of Minecraft's existence, from 2010, so I started playing January 2010, and so all the way up until about middle of 2011, about mid-beta, the only realistic way you were ever going to play multiplayer was finding a random-ass server someone had started in their basement, and people on V were all too eager to just throw up whatever IP they had, throw out whatever server they had, and people would just join. And obviously something like that would be unimaginable these days. You would never start up a Minecraft server, throw the IP on 4chan, of all places, or on the Minecraft forums, and just say, come on in, guys, the water's fine. Well, that's what we did back then. And so I ended up finding a really cool server that was not 2B2T. And I enjoyed it. And I got to know some of the people who ran it, and everything was fine. And then one day in mid to late 2011, the server just went poof. And I was left homeless. And I was like, And I could never really, other than just like, I guess they didn't want to run the server anymore, must have been too much trouble. Without a server, I just sort of went back to single player. And so I spent most of beta in single player. Fuck out of here, zombies. And that was enough for the time being. But I was very bad at building. I didn't have the drive to finish a build. And I was very dissatisfied with Minecraft. And so after a while, I was like, okay, I really want a challenge. I want something. Obviously, I don't want to give up Minecraft. But, like, I need more than what I'm getting currently. I need a source of difficulty. There has to be something more to this Minecraft thing. We didn't have hardcore. People still made servers and threw them up on the Minecraft forums or on V or where have you. VG didn't exist yet, or it was about to exist. Ah, shit. Well, thank God that wasn't enough to pop a totem. And I was just like, this is a really cool place. V, that is. Surely there are one or two more servers that somebody knows of, would be willing to share. Surely I can find a place and a way to get some good hardcore Minecraft, a place with a challenge. A place to call home. And that is exactly what I found in 2B2T. And I just sort of never left. And it was different. It was unique. There was a lot of, like, anger and strife in those initial days because there were more people who were out to get each other back then. A lot of people saw 2B2T as a zero-sum game. You were going to... this is kind of where the I am the king of 2B2T stuff comes from. You have people who are always trying to dominate and own each other. And there was a constant power struggle. And it was no longer about the blocks. And that made 2B2T more interesting. That and the fact that it never reset. You kind of always knew what to expect, and you didn't know what to expect. Every day was an adventure. And tie that off with the fact that there were new exploits, because obviously beta and early 1.0 were buggy as all hell. It just made for a really dynamic, really interesting experience. And then fast forward to about early 2013, you start seeing more and more and more player groups emerge who were all working together. And up until mid to late 2013, that was unheard of. You would hear about players who would group up and team up, but they knew each other outside 2B2T. They were a team or a friend group from, wherever on Steam. Face Punch, places like that. There was an already established sense of camaraderie. And so that lent itself to making a team way, way more easy than, oh, this is Sato86. I only know him through 2B2T. But fuck it. Let's start a base together anyway. And funny enough, that was like how I met literally every major player I would come to be friends with. Was almost exclusively, I don't know this person from hardly anywhere else. I don't know, they could grief me. I could lose everything. I don't know them. I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to try to befriend them and let them in anyway. Where am I at? Oh, 253. I'm way too high. One more. There we go. And so I'm just gonna try it. That's how I met Snacky. That's how I met Zarviar. Shit, it's too late with the bucket drop. That's how I met Exalted Spartans. That's how I met Silver Crown King. That's how I met Brenilin. That's how I met Alpha Computer, funny enough. That's how I met Fit. That's how I met Kane's Law. Although Kane's Law took a bit of a risk on me. But same difference, really. And just stuff like that. That's how a lot of player groups came into prominence. A lot of them just took a risk on each other. That's funny enough, that's how Valkyria started. And you didn't see that kind of cooperation until mid to late 2013. If it did exist before mid to late 2013, people were very hush-hush about it. And if they did do it before then, it didn't matter because Valkyria was really kind of the base that changed people's perception of that. Oh my god, Ellie, hush. I can hear her whining from in here. So yeah, it was wild. And it was that camaraderie that, even after a lot of the vitriol and hatred died down a bit, from mid-2013 on to about 2016, even then, like, that kept me coming back. It was interesting. It was dynamic. It was fun. And it's sad to say that most of 2B2T is not like that anymore. And that's part of the reason why I quit. It just no longer has that same soul. The sky is crying and weeping for me. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, that's what that was. Speaking of 2B2T and Obsidian, was Obsidian Exploder one of those players that did never talk? I don't know. I've never seen them before. I do not know Obsidian Exploder. I have no idea who they are. So yeah, despite all the toxicness and all the shit we would say to each other and how much of it was all a power play. Everything about 2B2T was very power dynamic-y. Hey, Alex Ramirez, welcome. But, like, we accepted that. That was just how 2B2T was. We knew that. We knew the risks. We knew that we wanted to try and fight the fight of who is more awesome, who is more dominant. Oh. Can I sleep? No, I can't. Wow, we're already almost up to the item platform. Okay. So yeah, 2B2T held with it a certain mystique, a certain, I don't know, an element of mystery and enticement that no other server could offer at that point in time. And there are a few servers nowadays that are very close, like Constantium, probably SimPvP to a degree. Ow. Well, I fucked up that fall. But it still just isn't quite the same. And I've just come to accept that there will never be a 2B2T again. Not like it was. There will be, you know, differing kind of interpretations of it, but that ultimately, the 2B2T I know and love is dead and gone. And that's all there is to it. 2011, 2012 are the most toxic years? No. 2011 and 2012 are the earliest years, and that was definitely how people approached it, but that the most toxic is the modern day. Jared put it best in his interview on the Digcast. He just simply said people are willing to dox each other over the slightest thing, and that was somewhat of the mindset of a lot of the 2011 people, but there just weren't as many of them. Nowadays, you have entire fucking factions of like 100+ people. It's a whole different ballpark. I guess it's just the compounding nature of the numbers. The numbers are much higher. You have hundreds of players who are like this instead of less than 100 or about 100. In the early days of 2B2T, while it was a fucking circus, you really didn't have more than 200 players on. Whoops, went too high. The server was just too small back then. It couldn't handle that many people. Though I do know there were about 90 to 100 people online back in its heyday, right before the big lull in mid to late 2012. And that lull lasted all through 2013 and 2014, before there was a minor resurgence in 2015, and then the absolute explosion in 2016. And well, there you have it. In terms of real hostility, 2BT chat is less toxic now. I don't know. I've not been on in a while. I'm sure there are bots galore. That's the other problem. Botting was not the issue that it has become. Botting has ruined the ability to enjoy 2B2T chat. If there was a reliable way to prevent bots, I think 2B2T could maybe make a slight return to form. But there are so many players that are gone that have all but given up on it. I don't know. No, chat is dead. I get muted for dad jokes. You're not lying. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh well. Bots spam their shops and people just trying to be cringe, and the occasional new person who comes to the server not knowing what to expect. God, I feel sorry for them. Well, in that case, nothing of value was lost. And unfortunately, nothing of value will ever be gained. It's sad. It's so sad. One day it'll all end. Oh well. I hope Jared's project that he was working on, I don't know if he's ever mentioned this or not, he's working on a chat, how would I best put this? A chat arrangement project, where he basically is trying to aggregate chat logs, screenshots, all these things from these really old time periods, And he's just getting as much as he can together to sort of make a sort of collage of 2B2T from these years. How things used to be, basically. And yeah, more power to him. I hope that project works out. It's going to be a dope as hell project if he ends up finishing it. I don't know how long it'll take or how involved. I imagine it's a very involved project, but yeah, it's going to be something. So I don't know. There's a bit of hope for how 2B2T was. We can honor it more properly by examining it in a much more deeper, more forensic manner. We might just be able to have a farewell for old 2B2T in a way that we were never previously able to enjoy. Because, like, it was just night and day from May 30th, 2016 to June 1st, 2016. It was just night and day. Just like, bam! And it's like a loved one dying in a car crash and you don't get to say goodbye. You don't... Or they get lost at sea and you're all but convinced they're dead. And you don't get to say goodbye. And you just have no recourse. You're just like, wow, that fucking sucked. Everything is just over. Just bam, in the blink of an eye, it's just over. And yeah. Yeah, that is indeed how it is. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and we got 7, 8. Okay, we got 8 blocks. And this is 9. Phew. Oh, well, since this is the center, fuck it, let's just buck the trend entirely. Instead of a V-shaped window like this, I'm just gonna have a giant rectangular window. Yeah, that'll work. You got muted for 2 months for putting in chat. I thought I got muted. Damn. What the fuck even? So everything's fixed in your base thanks to Andrew. I know who made it when. Oh, I'm sorry. I was gonna do it, man. What, oh well, whatever. I didn't expect Andrew to do it. I thought he would be on vacation. Like he said. Oh well. Tell us about Shogun. As far as you know, he just trolled a lot. He was among the ranks of the people. Like, yes, he was. Basically, Shogun was really good at networking. He had a lot of connections to, you know, like I said, those types of people. And he just had a lot of stashes. I don't know if he was like super good at hacking, because he was really like a non-player by the time I started playing. And like by the time I was like really into 2B2T, Shogun was very absent by that time. He tried to come back in, what was it, 2014? 2015-ish? And he just didn't stick around. He based with Brenilin. Oh wait, 247, whoops. He based with Brenilin, and I just remember he was a shit poster. He was in league with Pop Bob quite a bit. That was really it. He just had a lot of stashes, a lot of connections for the time, and was all too eager to grief like all the other people. You know, he was about as dangerous as X0XP, you know, all that. He was more dangerous because of his connections, I would argue. And less of what he knew and more of who he knew. But, yeah, that's how it is. A lot of people are like that nowadays. If you yourself don't have a skill, but, you know, someone who can help you with this or that, you can engineer up whatever you need to engineer up, and then there you go. You can still be a threat despite not knowing Java. Although I don't know that Shogun didn't know how to code, just that he was in league with Pop Bob and the others and basically could get what he wanted via, you know, living through Pop Bob and others. Police Mike was very much the same way. Although I think Police Mike did know how to code. Yeah, it's just kind of one of those things. You had certain groups of people who were, well, I mean, they're the same. They're the usual suspects, you know. They're the people. They're the Nerds Inc. members, basically. Wish she was making that up, but it's true. Jesus, I feel bad for you, Keezer. Why on earth? I think that alone would make me reconsider playing 2B2T. Oh man, that's just so stupid. Oh well. Okay, so he was just friends with those folks. Yeah, exactly. Exo did harassment outside, but if Shogun just made connections and played as a bad person, he isn't so far down. Yeah. He isn't as far down, but like, he would still take advantage of you if you gave him the option. He was opportunistic that way. Maybe he lightened up a bit later, but especially by the time of Valkyria, he didn't really do anything meaningful. Which is fine, you know. Polly the Parrot was similar. He had connections. He was all too eager to grief, all too eager to fuck people over, backstabby. You know, all the ancient players were similar in that regard. They were not nice people, but they were all angsty, angry teens in many cases. So of course they were, you know, that way. Mutes have always been a thing, but they started to be more used late in 2020. Yikes. Was he one of the folks begging for House to shut it down? Yes, he was. There were a fair few. Polly and Shogun both were of that persuasion. They didn't want to be on 2B2T. Pop Bob was of that persuasion once upon a time, too. I can distinctly remember Pop Bob lagging the server by sitting at a zombie farm and just piling up zombies in, I want to say it was about this time, 2012. Just because he was like, no, I demand House to shut down the server. I want the place gone. And the rest of us were just trying to play, and we were just like, fuck off, Pop Bob. And needless to say, Pop Bob did not fuck off. I get the feeling that there were a lot of life lessons Pop Bob could have learned, but didn't. Shame, really. Oh shit, I just suddenly realized the pattern I could be using. Every third, or a gap of 3, so that's every 4th block. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cut this out. Yeah. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So this is fine, but I gotta replace it. So yeah, it's just kind of one of those things. Funny enough, you know, a guy that did a similar thing because your group was too addictive. And even though he deleted his career, still caught, yeah, he can't stop himself. Exactly. There are a lot of people who fall into that category of, I am unable to control myself. 2B2T is eating up my life. Please help. And yeah, those types, they need to have basically their internet cut off. Because as long as something like 2B2T exists, if it's so irresistible, they'll just come back. There's no real getting away from it. And you know, fair enough. Maybe just uninstall Minecraft. But then again, a lot of these people don't see Minecraft as 2B2T and vice versa. 2B2T is just a completely different game that just so happens to take place in Minecraft. And you know, fair enough, I've heard it that way before. I won't 100% agree, but I have heard it described that way. It's a chat box with a block simulator in the background, as we used to call it. And yeah, it is very much that way for some people. But I'm not one of them. I love the freedom of creativity and expression that Minecraft gives me. But, I don't know. 2B2T had its own weird dynamic that was just so engaging. It's never... often imitated, never replicated. Often imitated, but never duplicated. The genie of the lamp. God, I love Aladdin. Aladdin was such a good movie. The original, not the remake. There's just something about Robin Williams. He was so fucking magical. I loved it. Oh, but yeah. 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Cool. So some of these pillars are in the correct formatting. Fuck it, let's just break them all. I'm just gonna have to anyway, so I may as well. Robin should have done the Mario movie. Oh. Yeah, I imagine they would have approached him. Although, I don't know. I don't think Mario's personality and Robin Williams 100% line up. Robin Williams was great for a chaotic neutral character like the genie. But I don't know. I still have a little bit of faith in Chris Pratt. Well, I don't think his performance is going to be an absolute bomb or anything. It'll be serviceable. The only annoying part is thinking, you know, there are going to be children who grow up on Mario that will likely have heard very little to none of Charles Martinet. And you know, that's how it is. Okay, so from this area... 2, 3, 4. Let's go 4 out. 3. Oh, wait. Well, I guess 4 is fine. We can do that until I get to the center. Stagger it that way, maybe. Don't know why I expected free op to give you any results. What? Free op? As in operator status? Or are you referring to, like, an operation? Oh well. Shame 2B2T didn't pop up, but oh well. Don't watch any Disney movies and never seen any of these? You've never seen Aladdin? Sam? Holy shit, dude. Sam, you are doing yourself a disservice. You need to see Robin Williams in Aladdin. Like, holy fuck. You will appreciate it. I can't believe the amount of things Robin Williams said and got away with. And like... went over my head as a kid. I didn't fucking get it until I was an adult. The amount of things they did in those movies and were able to just get it past the radar. And some of it's just silly references to old movies or TV shows, but some of it's also like maybe not necessarily adult humor, but cleverer than usual humor. 4. I don't know. You really do need to see those. Disney from that era was good. Yes, exactly, Keezer. It was amazing. Disney from the 90s and late 80s was awesome. Really a shame they lost their way. Again. 4. I wonder if we'll ever have another Disney Renaissance. People often blame The Emperor's New Groove for being the end of it. But, I don't know. I liked Emperor's New Groove. And funny enough, I also liked what they were originally going to make from The Emperor's New Groove. For those of you who don't know, The Emperor's New Groove was originally going to be a much more serious drama called The Kingdom of the Sun. And it sounded really fucking good from the ideas and the concept work and all that. And then just it went through development hell and morphed into a completely separate movie. And yet, funny enough, it's still really good, despite how much trouble the movie ended up having. So I don't know. Weirder shit's happened, I suppose. The scene with the father in the mirror and Poltergeist shouldn't be watched as a young kid. Oh, okay. Poltergeist really touched you, didn't it, Stone? Missed out on a lot of childhood experiences. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Ani. I hope you made it somehow. Okay, well, good. I'm sorry you had to miss out on things. I know a lot of people have. Pixar came and they got lazy. Yeah. Yeah, New Groove was really good, but it was not at all what it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be about... I think it was based on an Incan or a Mayan myth. Something to that effect. And there was just like a ton of differences. It was supposed to also be the Incan Mayan, I think it's Incan, myth combined with the Prince and the Pauper. That was going to be the fusion of these two stories. So you were going to have a Prince and the Pauper story combined with one of the Incan myths of returning and stealing the sun and then returning it to its original rightful place. And that was going to be Kingdom of the Sun. And it just was not meant to be. And I got to hear a lot of the stuff that Eartha Kitt recorded for like Yzma. And she was a completely different character. Yzma was going to be in a lot of ways an anti-hero as opposed to a straight up villain like she ended up being in the Emperor's New Groove. She was basically going to try to find a way to be immortal, and she was going to try to use the sun to do it because she blamed the sun for stealing her youth and beauty or some shit. And it was, it's dumb. But it was going to be a fun movie nonetheless, and it just never came to pass. And honestly, like, I think they could do, obviously, well, I don't know, they may have enough stuff from Eartha Kitt to be able to do it like it was. And yeah, like, it could be something. Who knows? Okay. Ooh, I like that. I likes that a lot. How's it look from down here? Okay. I've been meaning to... I've had it percolating in the back of my head. What will this wall look like? What will I do with it? How will it be? And I've just had it incubating in the depths of my head for a good... Let's see now. I've made those pillars, what, 3 months ago now? 4 months ago? I've just been slowly but steadily mentally filling in this image. Ever since I thought, okay, I want the base footprint of the upper part of the tower to be a hexagon, I've always tried to give that hexagon more, because it can't just be a flat shape going all the way up. That would be boring. Chains. Yes, we will do chains, don't worry. This is just a profile. Jungle Book was your favorite? I didn't like Jungle Book as much. My favorite was Hercules. And the funny thing is, it's A, not even slightly faithful to the original myths, and B, a lot of people disliked it. And I loved Hercules. Hercules was good. I mean, yeah, okay, it may not be everybody's cup of tea, but like, I still sing some of the Hercules songs in my head from time to time. After stream, I should listen to The Art of Fugue from Pixar. I mean, I'm assuming you're talking about the OG Jungle Book from the 60s. Or whenever that movie was made. But yeah, I was always a sucker for Hercules. I loved the Greek aesthetic. Little wonder why. I think the Greek aesthetic has shown in a lot of my work over the years, if you catch my drift. 60s? Probably not that old. I think I'm a little bit younger than you. Yeah, I am. I just was not a fan of the OG Jungle Book. Just didn't appeal to me. I've seen it. I just don't care. It's not bad. It's just not something I concerned myself with, I guess. I don't know. 67. Yeah, I thought I was from the 60s. And no, I didn't think you were from the 60s. I was just saying, like, the OG Jungle Book from the 60s. The animated, you know, really, really old Jungle Book. Okay. We're gonna have that one. Oh. How long is you? $13. Okay. 13. That's a lucky number. T. Oh, I almost made it. Well, I tried. There was an attempt. That's why I don't like using rockets. It ends up being like, I go way, even with a level 1, I go way higher than I expect to. Okay, so this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. So this will be our longest. And it will mirror on that side. It's taper downward that way, just like this one. And then I'll probably do another row of these, like that, on this row up here. And then I'll do another copy of this on, what will be this layer here. And then another row of these at the very top. And then that'll be the end for this wall. And then I've got to figure out what material to make all of this out of. At some point. Eventually, TM. But other than that, we've been going for 2.5 hours. This is pretty good for a concept brainstorming stream. And then I've got 2 more floors to decide how I wish to be. 2B or not 2T? That is the question. You thought it was later than the 60s? No. I thought it was the 70s. But I was thinking of Aristocats. That was in the 70s. Yeah. The animated Jungle Book came out in the late 60s. Which, to be fair, is really, really close to the 70s. It's only about 3 years away. So you could mistake it for being released in the 70s. That is an understandable, mistake to make. I imagine there are a lot of movies from the 90s and the 2000s that are in 20 to 30, maybe as many as 40 or 50 years. There are a lot of people who will look back on stuff made in the 90s and the early 2000s and go, oh, well, there's a lot of bleed over there. I mean, I don't know, that may be here, that may be there. I think it was made in 2008. Turns out it was made in 2018 or something crazy like that. That happens too. Aristocats. Yeah, Aristocats was all right. Something about the style never really captured my attention. I don't know. A lot of the animation from the 70s was very rough and jerky. Not quite sure what it was. You had 101 Dalmatians, Aristocats, the first Rescuers film. There was a lot of roughness to it. I think it was, who whoever was in charge of animating. That's probably who you can blame, or maybe not blame, but that's where that comes from. And it's just that that style just never really sat well with me. Not until The Rescuers Down Under in the late 80s and The Little Mermaid. That's where they kind of refined their style a lot. And you have a much nicer overall look. Okay, so once again we have 116. So that's 58. Perfect. Nom, 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 nom. Okay. Spreading out from here, every 2 blocks. Oh wow, you can see the seam perfectly. Huh. Okay. Just remembered how deep some of these got, like Fox and the Hound. Oh yeah, Fox and the Hound was there too. That was also in the 70s, I believe. Or maybe early 80s. Yeah, that was a rough movie. Always in Disney, yeah. One you really used to like but seemed to have forgotten was Animated Robin Hood. Yes, that was also in the 70s. That was a very... Again, similar style in that it was very jerky and very... I'm not saying the animation wasn't fluid. It's that the art style and the coloring and the line art all had a bit of a jerky, rough look to it. And it was a distinct artistic choice, not necessarily genuine roughness or amateur lack of ability. I forgot Robin Hood. I still find myself whistling Robin Hood's opening tune. Oh man, that one takes me back. I find that one sticks in your head worse than almost any of them. And then later on, what was that in the early to mid 2000s? They turned it into the hamster dance or whatever the shit. All Dogs Go to Heaven. That was Don Bluth. That was not Disney. Even though I think that was tangentially related to Disney. All Dogs Go to Heaven was a Don Bluth studio production. And Don Bluth had a very, very distinctive style. Though I liked Don Bluth's style. I liked it a lot. Really sad his entire studio basically went belly up for a while there. I don't think they're like bankrupt. I think they still do stuff. But they're not in the same condition they used to be. Just thinking of the OG animated. Yep. Very hard not to. I hope that whistling wasn't too loud. I know it probably was. Can't blow bubblegum or snap your fingers, all the basic skill stuff. Really? Aw. Have I ditched the shorter stream stuff? Kind of. I mean, I've kind of accepted that people aren't going to watch the streams for terribly long. With the exception of, like, the diehard fans like you guys. That's just how it is. I'm kind of putting all my hopes on shorts taking off a little bit more. But, no guarantees of even that, really. And plus, I wanted to finish up designing this wall. I didn't want to just abandon it halfway. I was on a roll. Oh. Whistle and float? What do you mean? Crack your fingers and make your eye whites? Oh, okay. I mean, it's sad to hear that there are people who can't whistle, but, like, It's not that hard, I don't think. It has to do with how you, the shape of your lips and how you blow air over your tongue through your lips. That's what makes it whistle. It's a shape of your mouth, the shape of the inside of your teeth and your mouth, combined with how you use your tongue to divert air. So it's really not difficult. Streams are really good ASMR. You could watch them for hours. Well, thank you, AV. I'm happy to hear that at least some people are like that. Can't crack your knuckles? Oh, I crack every goddamn joint in my hands. Sorry if it's distracting, by the way, if I do that. But I just find it very soothing. It feels good. You do Kill Bill song whistle? I don't know the Kill Bill song whistle, but sure. Makes it a little more sad. I don't know how to make the right embouchure for whistling. Ah, okay. Embouchure. Yeah, I see what you mean. Basically, you want to make your lips as small of an oval, not a circle, an oval. You want to make your lips as small of an oval as possible and still have an opening. And then you want to blow air through that opening and then gradually widen it or shrink it as needed until you get a whistle. And I'm sure there are other videos on YouTube and other places that you can look that will give you a really good bunch of tips for how to whistle. Like, there is a science to it. There is a technique to it. This can be learned and it can be passed down. I've only figured it out just because I've experimented. Like, I used to be terrible at whistling blowing outward, so I used to have to suck air in. And when I figured out how to suck air in, like that, it took several years, but eventually I was able to reverse engineer it and do it outward. So then I can go, oh man, let me wet my lips. So I can do it. And then I figured out how to just do it in reverse and make it go. And it has to do with how wide and how you use your tongue. It's almost like using a trombone. Kind of. That's very bad example, but similar sort of idea, I guess. Twirl a pen or poker chip. Oh, yeah. That's a lot of dexterity I have not picked up. Twirling a pen, yeah. Maybe I should demonstrate a live whistle tutorial for Ani. Even if I did that, like, I can't make the camera go inside my mouth, Poncho. There's a lot of structural orientation to your lips and your mouth, and even if I showed my face, you wouldn't see it. You wouldn't be able to tell what I'm doing. So, yeah, it makes sense, but also, no, you wouldn't get it. You wouldn't understand just by looking. You would need a cross-section of my mouth, which would involve splitting my head in half. That's basically how you'd have to do it. Oh man, hold on. Oh, sorry. I was thumbing through the screenshots area on the Discord as well, just to be sure that what you were talking about was okay, Poncho. Jack's Vor stream. No, that wouldn't be Vor. That would be cutting my head open. That'd be the opposite of that. That's just violence. Violence, Jack. When you return to Discord one day, maybe you'll do a piano concert for me. Okay. Or for us all, I guess. I don't know. Why are you not returning to Discord more soon? Like, why is it a one day, Ani, and not like next week? Also, how do you intend to compose Space Falcon music and get it to me? How's that gonna work? No promises. Ah. So it's basically never gonna happen then. Got it. Oh well, at least you're, you know, at least you have a skill. You can play piano, Ani. That's better than me. I don't know how to play the piano at all. I don't even know how to read music. Wait, wasn't October 21st the day I was going to send you... Oh, well, that's tomorrow. Well, I mean, you better somehow figure out how to get that MediaFire stuff. Or, well, actually, I have it on MediaFire. Never mind. I'll send you the MediaFire link, Poncho. In fact, let me do it now. Just so that I don't forget. What? Okay, that's weird. Do I not have you friended, Poncho? It says to send a friend request. Here. I mean, that's all my music. You can have it. You don't know how to send a friend request? Oh, well, I've asked for one, so it will all just accept it. But anyway, yeah, so shouldn't be too bad. You can push back your Discord return date. Well, again, how are you going to get this? How are you going to get this, like, how am I going to send it to you, Ani? I can send it to Poncho easily, but... there's no point. Like, you're basically just procrastinating for the sake of procrastinating. Which I guess was your plan all along, or whatever. Whatever, Ani. I'm tired of trying to read your mind. Haven't I messaged you on Discord once? You did. Poncho just didn't know how to friend request, which is funny. It's not difficult. So yeah, you have it all now, or you should. You're very welcome, Poncho. Oh, anyway. Oh my god. Oh, fuck me. Why am I yawning so much? Hey, Rosie. Or Roses. Rosetti. Should I just call you that now? Anyway, welcome, Roses. How are you? Yeah. Okay. Well, if you stick around until daytime, which is going to be pretty soon, I will have a lot of wall to show you, Roses. Half char, yawn, just yawn? Yeah. Hi, Rose. Also just accepted my Discord friend request. Okay, good. Took you long enough, Poncho. You know what? You'll check it tomorrow. Good. I sent you the link. I don't remember when. It's been a hot minute. I sent you the link back in September, dude. It's literally been about a month. Like, you could have had my music a month ago. You're just, like, unnecessarily too late. I mean, it's not even like the vials aren't... I'm not going to remove it or anything. Just that, like, you put yourself out of you've cheated yourself out of having my music for like no reason, basically. Whoa, skeleton. Okay, good. Spider. Spider. And dead. I should have brought torches just to keep these areas not mobby. On the bright side, I've got all the gunpowder back that I spent on rockets. Could really go for some hot dogs right now. You have them in the fridge, but you don't want to get out of bed. Well, I can't help you there. You'll either get them or you won't. But, I don't know. I ate potato soup about an hour and a half ago. And, like, it still weighs a little heavy on me. And so I'm just like, food does not sound good right now. I do not want any sort of, like, anything inside me. I want my stomach to, like, empty a bit more. Just because I'm very, like... I don't like being overly full, but God, that soup was so good. It was worth it. It was hashtag worth it. Kind of. Had some stuff to get through. Ah, no wonder. Did your cat bed trap you? What? Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, you just don't want to get out of bed. I know the feeling. And listening to me may not make things easier because I can yell at you, but like my voice is not the typical gruff-sounding voice, so I'm too nice. You'll just want to keep staying there. You're trapped in a vicious cycle. Oh, he almost fell through. I thought for sure I could punt him in just such a way that that skeleton would slip through the bars, but I guess not. Ooh, I love this time in the morning where everything heats up red and orangey looking. It's so beautiful. We were almost at the top. The tippy top. The top on pop. Okay, so I've still got... What are we at? 286? So that has to be 319. So that is the very, very topmost portion. Now, as for this last... sunrise, I know. I'm just saying, I love how dawn and sunrise colors everything red. It's like everything's heated up and become... like how iron or metal heats up red hot. It reminds me a lot of that. Like the whole world has just suddenly started getting really, really red. Gonna have to go. The North Korean government followed your trunk trails. They're following you in a dream. Okay. Sure thing, Sam. Take care, man. Thanks for coming out. But, yeah. So, oh, by the way, Mike told me that Kane Pixels made a new community post yesterday. And I looked at it, and it looks interesting. It looks to be a scientist or some sort of person. And of course, everything's green. So we've gotten... Let me look at Kane's community posts so far. So we've gotten, what, like 6? So a month ago... Okay. So a month ago we had the tape on the ground, which I don't know what that's... if that's significant to anything new. Then we had the crazy drawing on the crumpled up piece of paper. Okay, then we have an actual picture of what will, I assume, be in the next video. So it's 1, 2. This looks like guardrails. 3, that's a people mover. 4 was dark. This is when Vincent and I were doing our collab. I believe they said something about moving the contrast up allows you to see like a cup being lit by a backlight of some kind. I don't know. And then obviously we have number 5. Only 5? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, only 5. Huh. And so 5 looks to be like a person or a scientist in probably an office messing with something in front of them. It's far too blurry. This looks to be a plant or a lamp or a stand of some kind in front. I wouldn't be surprised if in the final video this is not bathed green. Kane does a lot of post-processing to his screenshots that he takes and posts on his community tab. He does that to sort of maintain the mystique of what we will see in the upcoming episode. And so I don't really think you can take it at face value, in other words. So, there's obviously something's going on. I'm betting we're either going to see the setup in this next episode, the pins being set up and everything falling apart, or we're going to see right away shit hit the fan. I don't know which. But at some point, Async is going to fall apart, and that's going to be interesting. I can't wait to see it. Are his fans still supporting him? Oh, of course. Kane is still on fire. I don't see his series and his momentum slowing down anytime soon. Wait, what? Dreams in prison? No. Invite Kane to the Space Valk back rooms. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't give me the time of day. Like, that's the thing. Kane is such a busy person. He won't give just anyone a moment of his time, and I highly doubt I would qualify for any of it, really. Okay. So I don't know. Maybe someday. But honestly, Kane is way more E-famous than I think I'll ever be at this point. And so yeah. Nice try, Roses. Nice try. And so yeah, it's just one of those things where, like, I would love to be able to pick his brain and talk to him, but, like, realistically, it's never going to happen. But I'm happy for him that he's gotten something really awesome going. Everyone was amazed it was made by a 16-year-old. Yeah, I know. When his first video blew up, I was just like, holy shit. Now this is pod racing. And it just made me go, can we see more of this level of stuff? And then sure enough, more and more just kept coming out. And I was like, hell yeah. Found Footage 2 was his magnum opus thus far. Pitfalls was amazing. But Found Footage 2, I find myself constantly enamored with it. Just like I was constantly enamored with Found Footage 1 until 2 came along and replaced it. So I don't know, maybe we'll have a Found Footage 3 at some point, who knows. But, and at this point I can almost guarantee you the next episode is probably going to be released around Halloween. Oh shit, that may only be in a week and a half. Ew, 2005, what? Around your age, so like 17, 18? Yeah. Kane is 17, I believe. It's wild to think that I'm double the age of someone like that, and he's done so much. So I don't know. I hope I can get that lucky and be that successful one day. The OG generation were 2004. Dab. Not really, Pancho. Considering I graduated middle school in 2004, I'm gonna go with no. You don't even remember 2004. Oh, fuck. Was watching a breakdown of the timeline from some YouTuber that starts with Oh, yeah, Wendigoon. Yeah. I'm really sad that Found Footage 2 came out after that. And as a result was not a part of it. But I don't think there's much to glean from Found Footage 2 right now. There will be a lot to glean from Found Footage 2 in like 5 to 6 episodes. Because enough stuff will have happened that whatever happened in Found Footage 2, like for example the splotches on the wall, the displaced tiles, things of that nature. All of that will be a far greater oh shit moment. I have no doubt some of that is some form of foreshadowing, I guess. But good luck figuring out in what way. Last interview seems to be 5 months ago. Got preliminary search results on Judge. Okay, well, 5 months ago is not that long. I don't remember when, but Offtopia was worried about him and was asking me, hey, who's last seen Judge? I don't know. He's been posting pics to YouTube. Yeah. Damn, I was born in 2004 and graduated high school this year. Shit, dude. Well, I mean, everybody's got to be born at some point, no matter how old you are. So, you can't help it. You know. Don't be ashamed of it. When did Offtopia message me? When did he message me? When was that? I haven't talked to him in months. Okay, so he messaged me back in June regarding Berserk, but that's because we found out that Berserk was not dead. And in May, he says, want to join a base, and I said no. He messaged me in January, so from May 1st to May 27th to January 1st, he just said Happy New Year. That was it. And then before that, the last time he messaged me was September of last year. Then the fifth column, way back when last year, when the fifth column griefed Imps 2, he messaged me about that. I didn't know anything about that up until they griefed it, of course. Okay, wow, he asked me about Judge Holden last year. 2021. Fuck, I can't even tell. He asked me a while ago. Okay, well, whatever. Well, if he's been active if Judge Holden has been as active as recent as 5 months ago, fair enough. I have no reason to worry then. But other than that, what is this Kane Pixels dude? Oh man. So he made in January, he made this really, really well made short horror film called The Backrooms. Now obviously it's based off of The Backrooms copy pasta from 4chan. The Backrooms was popular in like 2018, 2019, and then kind of just sort of, like all memes, faded from consciousness for a while. And then Kane Pixels made his own version of the Backrooms that was like super, super refined and tight and interesting. And he's doing his own thing, and he's just making his own little short films. And oh my god, they are superb. The story they tell is not spoon-fed to you. It's like cryptic, but like interesting. A lot of stuff has a definitive explanation, and it's not just like, ooh, interdimensional magic. Like, it actually makes sense to a small degree. And it just does an excellent job of putting you in the shoes of these people who find themselves in a very vulnerable situation from which there's almost guaranteed no escape. And it just is superb. What is it? Analog horror? Yeah, it's just superb analog horror. And that's it. And it just... Kane himself has said that he is not stopping for the next 2 or so years. He's got enough stuff planned that he can make videos on this for a while. And you know what? More power to him. His shit's good. If he can keep this level of quality up, who cares? And he exploded practically overnight. A million point, actually probably close to, he's probably getting close to fit now in terms of subs. And yeah, like, that's how it is. Actually, if it's that long ago, you might know. Is Judge still gone? Because he hasn't answered a question from 4 months ago on the latest update. I mean, he comes and goes. He's always had large periods of silence. So I don't know. Do you need to do the Backrooms rabbit hole first? No, you do not. In fact, it's preferred you don't. Because the Backrooms as the copy pasta from 4chan, as that evolved, that's taken on a completely different life all its own. And Kane has openly stated that he is doing his own thing, very loosely based on the copy pasta from 4chan. But that it is its own thing, do not lump it in with the 50 million other variants that, you know, fans have made of their own stuff. You know, other people's stuff is fine, but that's other people's stuff. If you want to know what makes Kane so good, it's probably a good idea to just experience Kane's stuff all by itself, so that you're not influenced by external wikis and groups and other things of this nature that have very little to do with Kane. Kane is his own creator. His work speaks for itself. ARG? I'm not doing no ARG. What the fuck are you talking about? That's way too much work. Ain't nobody got time for that, huh, Poncho Hamster? Honcho Pamster? Looks like he wanted to move and retire. So perhaps he's going through that? Well, maybe so. ARGs suck nowadays? Yeah. I've not had a good run-in with any decent ARGs after Portal. When Portal did its ARG, it was fun, it was interesting, it was dynamic. But after that, ARGs suck. ARGs aren't worth anything. You will check it out since you got a blind run first. Yeah. You will appreciate it and love the hell out of it. It's so good, Keezer. I promise. It's just its own thing, and you have to take it as its own thing. The thing that blew me away about the Backrooms is, or about Kane Pixels' series, is how well it is orchestrated, how well and how tightly it is executed, and how awesome the sound design is. I don't want to say any more than that because it would spoil you, but like, it is just nothing short of magnificent to see what you can create if you know how to create it. If you're good enough, you can make like some of the most compelling shit. Like, Kane deserves to be doing Hollywood level stuff. Now, I wouldn't want him to be in Hollywood because he'd be corrupted to hell and back. But, you know, at the very least, like, his work is up there. And to think he's only 17 years old, like, this guy has his whole life ahead of him, and he's so good at it. I can only hope that his life continues to be this good. I wish the best for him. There we go. Okay, final little stretch. Imagine if Netflix gets into his stuff. Oh, God. I can imagine that would be a shit show. Because I kind of want Kane to stay independent. Because then he will always have A, almost unanimous support, and B, nobody to interfere with and ruin his vision. Because Kane by himself, and whatever help he gets from those around him, very obviously know what they're doing. Too many cooks spoil the broth, as they say. So Kane does not need any more than he already has, unless he willingly, asks for help. Then fine. But like, if Hollywood, Netflix, Hulu, whoever the fuck, if they got involved with his stuff, they would ruin it. Because they don't know what they're fucking doing. Those bastards only want money, and they couldn't care less about integrity, artistic value, none of that shit. None of that is of any worth to them, because they are very much of the opinion of killing the golden goose that lays the golden eggs. And to them, Kane would be another golden goose to milk and then be done with when he is no longer good enough, no longer to their value or to their use. And they'd toss him aside. And it would just be a nightmare. So honestly, I wouldn't wish that on Kane or anyone really, because I've seen what Hollywood does to people. I've seen what the corporos, when they get their slimy tentacles into you, you are not the same person anymore. And it's a shame, but it is what it is. So yeah, here's hoping that everything can continue going basically the way that it is going currently. Because if it ain't fixed, or if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it ain't fixed, don't break it. I almost said that. Holy shit, I'm tired. Okay. Let me quickly rest before the phantoms attack me. Okay, I want to see how this thing looks. That hurt. Okay. So this gives you an idea as to how the outermost facade will shape up. I should have chugged a slow fall potion. In fact, let me go make one. Sorry, I just wanted to make erotic sounds while getting hurt. Just to mess with you all. Where did I put... Okay. I'm gonna have to brew up an entire batch of the shit. Also, let me consolidate my deep slate. Weakness. There they are. Redstone and glass bottles. Thought I had that somewhere. Come on. Oh, there they are. Oh, shit. I meant to make a, honey farm beehive. Oh, well. I'll have to do that later. Oh, nether wart. That's what I'm missing. I haven't had to make red nether brick in a while. Oh, and that reminds me. Yeah, some bits of this should be red nether brick. Because I haven't used red nether brick in a while. And I need to. Okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna have to go down here and harvest the nethery warts myself. Hi, can you take a break and show us your world? Yes, yes, yes. Basically, this is all I've got made so far. I intend to make it more extensive over time, and I also need to make more platforms like these smooth polished diorite platforms. I need to make more of these going all the way around, and then obviously it goes up onto the uppermost edge up there. Obviously we got our central spiral staircase that goes all the way up. Okay, so we got some nether wart. So these are my nether wart farms. I may have to expand production. This is the gold farm. I kind of regret making it so low in the world now, because it's not close enough to all the stuff. I'm not going to get like a constant influx of it. Iron golems drop down here and give me iron. Boop. Fall in. Into the forge with you. Is it getting cold for me? Yeah, it's like 46 outside, man. It's already been getting cold. Late October, you tend to get chill. Anyway, so I need to make the diorite plate, or the diorite stairs, go all the way up to this lip. And it'll come up here. And then we'll have ways of, like, getting around on each level, each floor. And yeah, we got stuff to do now. Got lots and lots and lots of stuff yet to do. And you know, we'll get there. It'll be a bit slow going, but we'll get there. Oh. I don't have an infinite water source up here. Oh, I'm almost out of ender pearls. I need to go buy more from the villagers in my villager farm. Perfect. So yeah, there's the food farm, the you know, vegetables and stuff. I've got to make a second and third platform over here to supplement this one, because this farm alone isn't going to make enough stuff for all the villagers that I've got to grow up and stuff. Phenomenal power, itty bitty site living space. Yeah, oh yeah, that was the genie, yeah. It's pretty cold earlier this week, mid-30s, but it's pretty warm now, mid-40s. Ah. Fan server streams are also kind of long. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's only going to get colder as time goes on because, well, it's about to be winter. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. It's not like, it's not soon, but it's soon enough. Okay. So yeah, this is the base thus far. I'm liking the world as it is shaped up. I'm liking this wall. It's gonna be awesome. It really will be. Boom. Well, that was fun. Oh, and also it's... Although you can't see any more of the wall, you won't be able to see hardly any of this wall from this side. But I think it'll work just the same. It's looking good. Damn, you move so slow. Oh. Let me up the render distance. I just suddenly realized that was what was odd. Based on your essay, approximate should be pretty close. Ah. Based, slow falling. I know, slow fall with an elytra is an amazing, almost creative mode level of just hovering in midair. So you can kind of see the form that the wall will take. We're going to have so much internal space, I don't know what I'll do with it all. And then these sections between here, these slopes, I want to kind of dig into them and make more of that shielding like what I've shown here. There we go. You see how on the outside of the citadel, it's got that shield plate that sort of raises and lowers. Now, I don't know that I can make something like that can raise and lower in Minecraft, but definitely I want a sort of fake shielding on the sides that maybe wraps around a bit. I don't know, we'll see. But something like that. So yeah, it's been wild. Ooh, there's the raid farm. Jack Ban Andrew now, he is singing Tristan's praises. Okay. Why is he doing that? I mean, he could just be trolling you, Mike. Also, look at all the wall that I made today. I feel proud of it. If I can get around there, hold on. Wow, slow fall is wild. So yeah, I think it turned out pretty well. Yeah, lots of progress, I know. All I did was just use Deep Slate as sort of like a what-if kind of scenario, but I decided what I wanted to do on each layer. Remember when it was just a hole, I know. And I told you all it would be something amazing. It would pop out and it would fill up from bedrock to height, build height, but I don't know that all of you listen. Jared is back to being friends with Tristan. Well, yeah, he did say he patched up things on the Digcast. I'm not serious when I say ban him, but he is singing his praises and Jared's praises in the Discord. Whatever. As long as nothing gets messed up and there's no, like, no funny business occurs, I don't really care. He still dislikes Clyde, Well, Clyde's a bit of a fuck-up. It's just how it is. Some people never... Like, Clyde has not changed any from what I understand. Okay. Well, at any rate, guys, this has been quite a bit of progress we made. Quite happy with everything as it has been thus far determined. So yeah, thank you all so much for giving me a moment of your time and coming out. Copper? No, we're not using copper on this build. Sorry. I'm going to use red nether brick. Just for various things. So yeah, thank you all so much for giving me a moment of your time. And, you know, thank you all for coming out and just all of it. Leave a like, you know, do all the normal stuff, drop a comment, do all the fun junk, subscribe that YouTube wants you to do. Do all that stuff, please, please, please. Follow me on Twitter and join our Discord down in the description. And other than that, I will see you all tomorrow for Final Fantasy IV: The After Years. And probably a new short will debut Saturday morning-ish. We'll see. And then fan server for Saturday. Apart from that, I will catch you all later. Have a good night. Bye.